Tammy Cowins' revenge will be supported by 50 Cent. Tammy Cowins was done dirty, okay? She did all the CI work for Sent by Meech for 20 years. Now, a lot of people were trying to say that Tammy Cowins was hoping to be Big Meech's girlfriend when he came home. That was not the case. She was thinking she thought she was business partners with Meech. Remember, Meech signed his life rights over to Tammy and his power of attorney to sign. So she was thinking, okay, we're business partners. I'm doing all this so he can get a time reduction, come out, and we can do bigger business, okay? So she did the deal with 50 Cent eventually after 2 failed attempts with other studios. 50 Cent was the only one that was able to get it greenlit, and 50 Cent, with the icing on top, got little Meech acting lessons to act as his father. It all worked out. But now all that's in jeopardy because Big Meech came home. Rick Ross got in his ear and tricked Big Meech out of his whole life, okay? Without knowing how everything was done, Rick Ross was telling Big Meech, I can do your movie. We can go 50-50 on it instead of you getting a crumbs from 50 Cent. You know, instead of getting a few million from 50 Cent, you can get millions upon millions of dollars and set up your own production company and really be in the entertainment business. And that got Big Meech going. And he says, yo, we're going to throw a welcome home concert. But, you know, the welcome home concert, as we know, failed because Little Baby and everybody started to pull out when 50 Cent started to tarnish Big Meech's name. Tammy Cowins got shafted because when Big Meech got home, he said, okay, Tammy, you're not good for business anymore. We're going to let you go. And that was that. His new business partner was now going to be Rick Ross. That business deal, as we know, didn't work out so well because 50 Cent got with Tammy, and Tammy said, hey, this is what's really going on. Here's these recordings that I have from him from jail. This is what he really was trying to do with you. He was trying to use you to launch his own stuff. And he already approached you to get more money and more power in the show. And 50 Cent was like, well, you know, it doesn't work like that. We got to do other spinoffs and stuff like that. We're building a franchise. But Big Meech wanted the franchise to be built under BMF and not under G-Unit. Well, that didn't work out so well. And I think Big Meech just isn't that sharp with contracts and stuff because he did not realize that 50 Cent owns his life rights. So now they would have to tell the story from the perspective of Southwest T, which is boring. So after Big Meech realized all of this, he was mad. I think a lot of other people were mad too, because think about it. It wasn't just Meech that had his reputation on the line for this show, right? And Rick Ross couldn't hold the show down himself. Once Little Baby backed out and probably 21 Savage, bro, it was over. They had to cancel the whole show. And Rick Ross can't entertain people, a whole arena of people. He's not popping like that anymore, you know? 50 Cent could do that, but like they'd have to come for him. It couldn't just be a pop-up, you know? They'd have to be coming for 50 Cent. Rick Ross can't do arena shows anymore. For some reason, he wasn't able to. He never sold enough records for that. You know, let's just be honest. You know, he's big to us because we all listen to hip hop, but let's be honest, he can't draw that much of an audience. So, anyways, somebody caught up with Rick Ross, and you know, I'm not saying Big Meech had anything to do with it, but he made somebody mad because they broke his arm. Okay, so now he's walking around with a broken arm. Little Meech is all upset because you know he was gonna have a career. You know, his dad left him for 20 years and gave him nothing. You know, meanwhile Cuffy's out here giving actual facts that like Big Meech might have been an informant even before Tammy came to the picture, trying to set him up with a Mexican connect. It's in his paperwork. It's right here. I'm gonna play it for you.
From a federal prison.
Before he sent Tammy at me, homie, that was his last ditch move. He put me with a Mexican. So I pull up to meet the essay, homie. I'm in a brand new blue Bentley coupe.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say this, homie, because I met the essay in downtown Atlanta at the Varsity Hot Dog stand.
Okay.
And the Mexican rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't think he was the police. I knew nothing about Meech being nothing but a solid man.
Right.
But the Mexican got to talking about, yo, man, is the car paid for, and you can trade the car for drugs, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right?
Yeah.
So I never do anything with him. I throw away the phone, and when Buddy called me back, yo, how did that go? I said, man, that nigga weird, man. I ain't fucking with him. He weird. He on some thirsty shit.
Yeah.
I know nothing about police. I never know that this was the police.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Fast forward to 2018, homie. We get the Franks hearing. Again, the government got to turn over everything pertaining to me in this case. I didn't get in any trouble from that meeting with the essay when I was pulled up in the new Bentley coupe, right?
Yeah.
But it's all in there that a confidential source is the one who put me with the essay.
Damn.
And that cuff was spooked some kind of way.
There you go. That's it. That's everything. Because that was before Tammy wasn't even involved. Now we got Blue Da Vinci out here. He's trolling, and rightfully so. Oh yeah. Before we get into that, look, see 50 Cent right here. He says they're gonna say that they pressed me, but they ain't press anything. Don't get me angry. That all that will do is make me nervous, and you don't want to make me nervous. See? Because he realizes they did press Rick Ross. He has the arm sling to prove it. But Blue Da Vinci, they painted him as a snitch right when BMF series started because he was complaining he wasn't involved. He was complaining about a lot of stuff, and he was exposing stuff for Little Meech. And they were like, oh, well, he's a snitch because he has a safety valve. But nobody went to jail behind his thing. Maybe he gave up a spot or whatever. You know, I know he denies it, but he had to give up something for a safety valve. Okay? Whatever. Okay? It's not that big. If nobody went to jail, right? You gave up a limo or something, so what? You know? And that was all from Sosa. That derived from Sosa. So Sosa's the one that put that out there. He was a driver for BMF. So, anyways, he's putting out memes now. And he won, man. And at the end of the day, he won because Big Meech comes home and now he's being painted as a rat. So it's like, these guys were trying to throw me away. Now look, that's how life works sometimes, you know? To be honest with you, Blue Da Vinci didn't do too much. Like, he didn't do too much. When he was home, when he came home, he didn't bother nobody. He was trying to do his music. He did some interviews. He didn't throw anybody under the bus. He didn't really deserve how they were treating him. Yeah, he comes off a little cocky sometimes, pause, but, you know, whatever, you know. That's just his personality. Anytime I've seen him before, he's been a nice guy. So, hey, you know. And you know what? He deserves to come out on top in this because they were really trying to, like, throw his whole character away. Anyways, I'll check you guys in the next one. Smash that like button.